of which, as you know yourself, there are many.
Yeah.
Your critics will say, it's all well and good hearing that coming from Dr. Yunkala, but the fact is, when he was part of the NPRC government, he was the one responsible for selling off our oil refinery in 1994, and also when he was in July, he was head of the Students' Union, he was impeached and so on. How do you answer to those critics?
Very easy. For the selling of the oil refinery, I joined the NPRC in August of 1994. The structural adjustment program started before I arrived. So Leon actually signed an agreement. And if you go into the literature of the structural adjustment program, this is the era of conditionalities. The World Bank and IMF say to you, we will give you money to boost your economy and restructure your economy. That's why they call it structural adjustment. Yeah? If you do the following, and they give you a list of conditionalities. The primary one, and this was the criticism we had as development economists of that program, that it was always one size fits all. Here's what you should do, and here are the conditionalities. You do it, we give you money. You do it, we give you money. And we said you cannot have the same package of austerity measures for every country. So by the time I came into NPRC, that program had been negotiated by Momo and the NPRC before I came in. So there were a list of enterprises that needed to be privatized. There was a privatization commission, and the bank actually paid staff. We call it PERDIC, Private Enterprise Restructuring and Divestiture Commission, backed by the World Bank, salaries paid by the World Bank. Everything slated for privatization has to go through that commission. I was a member, but who was chair? Minister of Finance, Central Bank Governor, I was there, and also some other experts. Every entity that has to be privatized was checked by the World Bank. They even sent in consultants if you don't have the expertise. Before I joined, the refinery had already been sold. I came, you can check the dates. And this is so easy to research, you check with the World Bank records. I was there, I visited the refinery to check, say, hey, you got this refinery a year ago, how come there are no operations? So I stand by my record, yeah? But you check also, Manioko was on that list. It was gone before I arrived. Oil refinery was gone. I inaugurated the cement factory, but I was not there when that was restructured. Yeah, Skansem at that time was running the cement factory. I went there for the inauguration. So you should check SLPN be liquidated. Yeah. So you check the list. There's a lot that was liquidated before I came in. What I emphasized was employee owner schemes. I even went on training for that in Central Europe to see how well they had ensured that employees of entities that were to be privatized had shares in the company because they had devoted their life to it. Yeah? And also opening it up to the public so that they could sell a union, so that they could also acquire assets or in fact buy shares. So I was involved in those discussions, but everything is checked by the bank. On the other one about Jalai University College, look, I was a student, radical, pushing for change since I was 16. Yeah, so when people tell me that I'm new in politics, I look at them, some of them were in diapers when I was already demonstrating against a one-party state. Some people, in fact, were what should I call it, comprados with the one-party state. When we were risking our lives from age 16, I probably led 4 demonstrations. My first demonstration at Jalai University College was 1 month after I was a student. Because I came in with that. We were the group of 77. No college, no school. I was Secretary General of the Union at 18 already. I was President of the Union at about 2021. There were things people wanted me to do. The radicalism was deep. And people wanted me to do more strikes, more demonstrations. There were initiatives I launched. When the kitchen became hot, meaning my colleagues and I fell out over some issues. I came to the university to get a degree. I was top of my class for 4 years. I was in student politics, in sports, but I was still #1 in my class. Yeah? At some point I had to make a choice. Stay in politics or get your Division 1. 3 months before I finished, they were causing too much trouble. Oh, we don't want them. I said, take your damn thing. I came here to get a Division 1. And yes, I graduated top of my class. You gotta make these choices in life. But you know, it's one of the best educations I got about politics. Remember, I started in 16 as senior prefect of CKC. Yeah. 4 years fighting against one-party state and injustice in our country. So I'm very proud of that period. 5 years, from age 16 till I left Sierra Leone, learning about politics, the harsh realities. That even people with you, sometimes, you're way ahead of them in thinking. But you gotta learn to make those hard choices. Yeah? So I learned quite a bit, apart from my family history in politics and all the suffering we had, but I learned my own role. And some of those survival instincts have helped.